Noe, how do you harness that fourth quarter, or do you, in terms of stretching out a four-quarter game plan? Do you want to sort of harness what they did just there in desperation mode, or do you want to flesh it out? How do you navigate that?
Yeah, we have to be sharp at the beginning of this game. Our energy level, our focus, our intensity. We're back on their home court, and we know that this is a difficult environment to play in. So, not wanting to play from behind, but to have an aggressive mindset and really lock into the details of the game.
Um, you mentioned kind of just locking in and just like the environment of this one. I'm wondering if you can elaborate on just what the schedule impact has been for the team, because it's like you just played, you traveled, now you're here again. What's that been like?
Yeah, we're hooping, and the adrenaline I think is propelling us more than anything, and it's a difficult schedule to travel for everyone that's in this position, and I'm not sure that that's top of mind as more so than we get this opportunity again to be in this situation, be in this game, and I think that's kind of been the focus.
All right, we'll take a few questions from Zoom. Percy, go ahead.
Hey, coach, you like talked about it like after the last game, but if you could just a bit more, just after watching the film and the defense that Dom is playing just for her second playoff game, um, if you can just sort of talk about that, it seems a bit. We keep talking about she's doing so much for a 19-year-old, but that was her second playoff game, and it felt like it was her 50th playoff game.
Yeah, Dom's demeanor is like a 50-year-old woman, honestly. She doesn't um, project as a 19-year-old, just, with her maturity, how she sees the game, studies the game, and how she plays the game. She gets better every single time she's on the floor. Her composure is it's extraordinary for her to be this young and have that posture about her, the attitude about her, and she's just trying to be her best for her teammates. Her length is important for us, and one thing that she has to be cognizant of is just staying out of the area of the foul trouble and picking up the ticky tack ones, because her presence matters. It's not only the defense but also the rebounding, giving us an extra effort on the boards, giving us an ability to really limit Vegas to one possession matters, especially in a game like this. But she's just out there hooping, not thinking, and maybe the youthfulness of this situation doesn't allow her to even understand the magnitude and be nervous or whatever that 19-year-olds are probably, how 19-year-olds would probably act in this type of environment. But she's ready for it. She's put in the work. The process has brought her to this moment, and she's been doing an excellent job.
And then just to like the just the part about being sort of youthful, how much did you overlook the hanging on the rim at the end there?
Oh man,
Just
I
like how was that for like you?
yeah, I mean, maybe that was the most youthful thing she's done in the past, whatever, however many games. But that's just an excitement, and um, you know, thank goodness it resulted in something positive for us. Yeah.
Thanks, Percy. We'll go to Maz. Maz, go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, Noe, how much of this game is about o- overcoming adversity? Because there's going to be some, and yet couple that with next play mentality.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be runs. We know that Vegas, what they can do, from their play to the inside out, the threes, these plays that can really feel big in the moment and loud in the moment. We have to make sure we understand that this is going to happen. Continue to keep our composure. I think that's what we did last game. I didn't think that we were shaken or rattled. Next play mentality is going to be important. All the things I've been talking to you guys about, being present, not thinking about the previous play, but just being mindful of what's in front of us, and just continue to hit singles and not trying to hit home runs throughout that process as well.
Thanks, Maz. Next, we'll go to Nikias.
Hi, Coach. I wanted to ask about the defense in game two. It at least felt like there was fewer switching from you guys in that game. How much of an emphasis was that, and do you feel like that's replicable heading into game three?
Yeah, one of the things that we have to adjust to is getting into bodies. Asia, as well as all of their post players, their screening angles and their physicality with their screening really engages, sometimes switches. And in order to negate some of that, we have to really pressure the ball and be into bodies. So I think that we addressed that a little bit in game two. Not always perfect, but I think the other thing that helps is having physical, athletic, agile post players to help cover up some holes if we do have to switch. And our physical guards help in that way too, to be able to just bang for a little bit. You can't get into scram situations with Vegas because they beat you so much from moving the ball in the 3-point line. So point of attack, getting into bodies, being physical matters. And what we do after that, we have to be communicative and make sure we're on a string.
We'll go to Brendan Potts next. Brendan, go ahead.
Yeah, hey coach. With the point of with consistency being a point of emphasis this season, how do you stay, or what goes into the process of staying consistent in terms of the energy you brought from game two and transferring that into yet another elimination game with game three?
Yeah, it's about routine. Making sure the players are locked into doing the same thing. And I think one thing that can breed more consistency, especially in a game like this, is to keep things simple, not overanalyze and overthink. If a play works, to go back to that play. Defensively, our chess match with Vegas, locking into our scout and things like that. So I think, routine and simplicity breeds consistent possessions. And I think we're going to lock into that.
All right, last
Thank you.
question.
Good luck today.
Last question for today will go Andrew Jones.
Thanks as always, Coach NQ. I want to ask you, Becky called their 3-point defense in game two trash and garbage, felt that they didn't close out on you all, where that showed your 3-point threat now being in their heads or in the mentality of them. You feel they're going to guard you even tighter at the 3-point line and gives you a chance to get the backdoor cuts and be effective with the 2-point shots that you've always been effective with all season.
Yeah, I think we have to read the game. If they're going to be long closeouts, I think we need to make sure we're mindful of attacking those closeouts and, not like settling for threes and taking contested threes. I think, it's game three, so we might see a different level of coverages as well. We've been seeing a lot of switches. Maybe they throw some blitzes. Maybe they throw some other coverages. I think more than anything, it's about reading what we're seeing and having an aggressive mindset in order to attack, to open up the read and not vice versa, not predetermine what we're doing. So if we can shoot out an efficient clip from three, the twos have been our mainstay all season. The free throw line has still continued to be a deficiency, but hoping to have an aggressive mindset and have a little bit more poise in the paint, and maybe we can get a few more in that area. But playing in transition, playing out of our defense, we want to try to stay in that pocket as much as possible.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.